Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to our first Educational Aids workshop. I'm apologizing in advance for my funny sounding voice. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so forgive me. But I'm excited that you can join us. I just want to let you know that this is a beginner to intermediate level course. We're not just going to talk about the 10 steps for creating a perfect LinkedIn profile. We're also going to show you how to create a profile. If you already have a profile created, this class is still for you because we're going to show you how to properly create a profile. So just follow us and see if you have actually created your profile correctly. Let's get started. Just to give you a brief overview, for those of us that don't know what LinkedIn is a social media platform like Facebook, like Twitter, like YouTube. But the way that it's different from the other platforms is that it's a lot more professional. It's the largest online social network for professionals with over 300 million users all over the world. LinkedIn is a platform, it's a digital platform, and basically all that means is it's online, and it offers you tools designed to help you promote your business, to identify key opportunities. It helps to build and maintain professional relationships, and it also helps when you are doing job searches. It's a place where you can promote your brand, and it's definitely a place where you can showcase your own professional skills and strengths. So step one. It sounds, or it may look like it's common sense, or it sounds like it's rudimentary information, but it's very vital to set it up correctly so you don't have to go back and reset it up. So let's start with the basics. First of all, you have to put in your title and where you work, your company of employment. When you're putting your title in, make sure it matches what's on your business cards and what people in your workplace and your clients know you as. The company of employment, when you're putting in Rolyn Companies, make sure it's Rolyn Companies, comma, Inc., period, and not Rolyn. Please don't use Rolyn Construction. Make sure you're using the correct company name. And I'll tell you why that's important. The reason that that's important is because Rolyn, as a company, has also created a profile. And if you aren't putting the name in the exact same way the company has created its profile in, then LinkedIn won't understand that you're part of that company. Location, you have to put your office location. And again, this is very important. We can't all put Maryland. If you're working in North Carolina, you have to use Fletcher. If you are in Florida, please use Delray, etc., etc. And the reason being is that when people go in and search, let's say they're searching disaster recovery in North Carolina, you want them to be able to pull on the office personnel in North Carolina. And then finally, the industry. That's, again, a very vital part of setting up your basic profile information. There are 3 different industries that I've noticed we've been using around here. One is construction, the second is environmental, and the third is facility services. We, as Rolyn employees, we should all be using facilities services. So if you already have a LinkedIn profile, please do me a favor when you get the chance to go back in there and verify that you have really used facility services as opposed to construction or environmental. The reason being is that we don't want to cause brand confusion. We want to all be a part of the same one company, Rolyn Companies, Inc., the facility services company. In filling out your profile, you can also put in previous work experiences. It's not vital, but we encourage you to do so. And the reason we encourage you to do so is because the more complete your profile is, the more LinkedIn will pull it or will serve it when people are looking for, let's say they're looking for someone in Florida with Xactimate skills that works at a decontamination company. The more complete your profile is, the more LinkedIn will understand that you are the correct match, and it will serve your profile in a search function. So we do encourage you to put your previous work experiences in. Again, it's not vital. Education, if you've attended any kind of technical or vocational school, if you have an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree from any university or college, this is where you would place that information. Step 2, make yourself accessible. So you have to fill out a contact information section in LinkedIn. When you do so, this is how I suggest you go about doing it. For your email address, do use your personal email address, and the reason being is as you change career paths or as you go elsewhere in life, you want to make sure that this LinkedIn account is affiliated with your person. So do use a personal email address when setting up the account. Now, it's two different things to set up your email account with an affiliate and email address to it, and to put it here in the contact section. This is the email address that you want the world to see. So for example, if you want to use a personal email address here, then you have to make sure that it's not inappropriate, nothing too off the cuff. Again, keep in mind that this is a professional platform. Phone number, I would never put a personal number in here or a direct cell phone number. You can use the 1-800 number or use the direct dial to your office, because that allows you to build in a gatekeeper. So if you're dialing the 1-800 number, they have to go through someone at the front desk before they can reach you. And that can limit a lot of unwanted calls. Address, never use your home address. There are a lot of creepy people out there, so always use the office address. If you are here in Rockville, obviously use the 5706 address. If you have any personal social media accounts like LinkedIn or Facebook and you want to make that available to your professional network, go ahead and share those. Most cases, people just use an email address for this section, but again, to encourage you to have a more complete LinkedIn profile, do fill in as much information as you feel comfortable sharing. Step 3, select a great profile image. We all know how much first impressions amount to. So let me just go over some do's and don'ts. Don't make it a party photo with drink in hand. No. Don't use a cropped photo of you and your bestie and you crop out your girlfriend. No. Don't include children, spouses, or pets. Don't use a self-portrait or selfie. Do make yourself look personable. Make sure you have enough lighting in the image. Make sure you are smiling, you look approachable, you are well groomed, and do use a recent up-to-date photo. I don't know if all of you know this or not, but we do have regular times throughout the year where we schedule a professional photographer to come in, and he or she captures our professional photographs. If you do not have one and would like to get one, contact Ashley. Ashley's in the marketing department. Contact her before April the 1st because we're putting together a schedule for the upcoming time for photography. Contact her at 240-747-5501 or just email her. If she's not available, you can also reach out to Greg or you can reach out to myself. Step 4, create a captivating summary. By summary, I don't mean use the Rolyn summary. Those are two different things. If you recall, I was talking about Rolyn creating their own business page. So on the Rolyn business page, we have highlighted and promoted the Rolyn summary, the Rolyn biography. But here, on your own profile, this is where you share your own personal and professional business journey. And you do that by sharing stuff from the past, so like previous work experiences, etc. The present, where you currently work, where you currently volunteer, your current certifications. And as you evolve and as things change, you would also include the future by making updates to your profile. Stuff to include, so important accomplishments, any passions you may have, any superpowers, facts, figures, and stats, and anything that sets you apart from others in your industry. Again, the key thing to remember here, the Rolyn summary is not your biography. If you need help with writing a summary, we've done that for a multitude of people here at Rolyn. Just send us a brief, couple of bullet points of your skill set, what you do, passions, etc., and we, the marketing department, can draft one up for you. You can also just forward us a resume and we can write up a biography from that as well. The next step, step 5, highlight skills and endorsements. I think it's really important for us to understand the difference. So first let me tell you what the difference is, and then I'll go more into detail. So skills are basically skill sets that you have, or skill sets that you self-proclaim that you have. So for example, let's say Joe says, I am a mold remediation expert. Joe has just declared to the LinkedIn world that he is a mold remediation expert and that one of his skills is mold remediation. It's one thing for Joe to proclaim that, and it's a whole other thing when Ryan, Julie, Beth, and Kyle, who are from a client base, go onto Joe's profile and say truly and indeed Joe is a mold remediation expert. So the way this works is you go into your profile, there's a section entitled Skills, and you go in and you start typing. You type your skills out. And you would type one, end it, type another, and you come up with this list of skills or skill set that you have. Other people who are connected to your account then see your skill set, and they're able to go in and endorse you and vouch that you truly have that skill set. The key thing here is you should always reciprocate, because as you endorse people, you'll notice that they will turn around and endorse you as well. So let's say you endorse Julio as being a great carpenter. Julio receives an email saying that you have endorsed them as a great carpenter, and then he can then look at your list of skill set and he can reciprocate that by endorsing your skills as well. Step 6, manage your layout. So when you first start a LinkedIn profile, they have the layout laid out for you. And it's a default layout. We suggest you don't touch it and you stick to the default. And the way they have it laid out is key things at the top and not so important things at the bottom. So for example, you don't want your volunteer work to supersede your work experience content block. Or you don't want the content block that has like for example, groups that you've joined, you don't want that block to supersede your work skills. So again, when you are managing your LinkedIn layout, just leave it set at the default. Now that you have put all the content in there, your content blocks are laid out, you've uploaded a professional, polished image, what next? Now's when you start to connect with people. And connecting with people is so much easier than you think it is. First of all, you can start with everyone else in this room. Look around to see what coworkers or colleagues you have here at Rolyn have LinkedIn accounts. One real easy way to do that is if you follow our Rolyn Companies, Inc. page, the minute you follow that, LinkedIn will automatically suggest a plethora of people who are also following that page and are employees. So you can just go down that list and start connecting with your coworkers or your employees. Another subset of people that you can connect with are clients. Also past coworkers, classmates, friends. But do remember when you connect with friends that LinkedIn is a professional platform. So as you communicate with friends, as you would with clients or coworkers, it all has to be done in a professional manner. Make sure that there isn't anything inappropriate said because you don't know who else is seeing or reading these messages. So always do stick to a professional nature when utilizing LinkedIn. It's different on Facebook. When you connect with friends on Facebook, the communication method is a lot different than it is on LinkedIn, for example. And most importantly, just use your discretion of who is appropriate to connect with. I'm going to show you an example of connections. So let's say this is you, and you have gone and found the Rolyn Companies page, and you followed it. Once you follow our company page, you'll see a lot of followers to our company page. So let's say you follow a few of those people. All those people that you have followed or sent a request to connect with, they have to accept your request. So let's say I want to connect with Greg on LinkedIn. I go to my LinkedIn account, I find Greg's account, I hit send to connect. On his end, he receives my request, and then he uses his discretion to either accept or decline. Let's say he accepts. So now he has become my first generation connection. There are also second generation and third generation connections. And let me explain why this comes in handy. So let's say you are a project manager here at Rolyn, and you are submitting a bid with a healthcare entity. You know, the person that you're submitting this bid to and the person that you're going to meet for a pre-bid meeting is Joe Schmo at XYZ Hospital. So you go into LinkedIn and you say, you know what, I want to find out a little bit more about Joe Schmo. You put his name in the search bar, Joe Schmo, XYZ Healthcare, and you find the person that you're going to attend this meeting with. Once you look at his profile, you may come to find out that Joe Schmo is a second generation connection of yours. That means that you know someone that is directly connected to Joe. That means you now have found a connector or a door or an in to Joe Schmo. Now, if that person is another Rolyn coworker, it's as easy as walking down the hallway and saying, hey, I notice you are connected to Joe Schmo on LinkedIn. You think you can tell me a little bit more about him? What is he like? You know, what type of personality is he? If it's not someone in your immediate vicinity, or it's not someone that you can just pick up the phone and ask, then LinkedIn offers a solution where you can request to be connected to that second degree generation contact via your first degree. Okay, so let me repeat that. Let's say I want to know, or I want to get introduced to Joe Schmo. but I don't know him on a first generation basis, I can send my first generation connection asking them to introduce me to Joe Schmo. And they have a templated email, so it's simple. You say, you click on introduce me to Joe Schmo, and it shoots an email to your first generation saying, oh, Jenny wants to meet or wants to be connected with Joe Schmo. And it's that easy. That person then takes that email and flips it to Joe Schmo. Again, that's another templated email, and that connection is made. The wonderful thing about LinkedIn is that it's not just in the digital world. You're not making connections and you're not just networking in this digital platform that's online based somewhere up in the cloud somewhere. These transcend into real life connections, which is vital. Finally, once you have created your profile, once you've made connections, you need to stay active and stay engaged. Don't create a LinkedIn account and don't touch it for 5 years. It doesn't work that way. For you to be engaging of the LinkedIn community, you have to stay active and stay engaged. Post a status or an article every now and then. I can't tell you what exactly to post on because that should be personal, and we all, come from different angles and have different competencies and different levels of experience. So, and our audiences are all different. So try to post something that's unique to you. If you can't think of anything that's unique content to post, then of the people that you are following or connected to, like, comment, or share their articles or their status. Follow companies of interest. I can think of 2 companies right now, or 2 groups that you should immediately be following. Rolyn Companies is one, and RIA is another, the Restoration Industry Association. Now, if you are an EMS, healthcare technician, or lead supervisor, you should be following healthcare-related groups or companies. And as we all have our different specialties, we should be revolving around those groups of companies or those groups. But our common denominator for all of us, we should all be following Rolyn, we should all be following RIA. Endorse others. That goes back to that whole reciprocity idea. So the more you endorse others, the more you will be endorsed. And I know this is tough. We all have kids, we all have lives outside of here, we volunteer for different things. To make this easier for you, and so you can make it easier for yourself to stay active and stay engaged, download the app. Google Play offers it, and iTunes offers it. And it's a free app. There are other third-party software providers or app providers that want to sell you a glorified LinkedIn app. You don't need it. Go for the free Google Play one or iTunes one. You don't know how to download it, how to find it? Use us. Your marketing department here is a resource, and we make ourselves available for stuff like this. Don't be shy to come in and say, how do I download this? How do I sign into it? How do I create an account? And again, leave no space blank, or at least try not to leave any space blank. Fill out as much information as you feel comfortable with sharing with the rest of the world. Shamelessly self-promote. Promote yourself as a professional. And promote Rolyn as your place of employment. This is your platform. Build it around your professional self. Update your information as you receive a promotion, as you volunteer with different associations, as you pick up new professional skill sets. Go back to your LinkedIn profile and add that information in there. Again, that's part of the whole updating it and engaging others and keeping your profile fresh. And then follow us on LinkedIn. Everyone here, and I can't say this enough times, everyone here or everyone that's employed with Rolyn should be following our LinkedIn account. And the reasons are many, but among them you'll know who we are looking to hire. And in case you want to forward that to a friend or a family member, you'll know what we're doing in terms of marketing opportunities, where we are exhibiting, where we're showing up at an event, what we're sponsoring. Just make sure that you are kept abreast of what Rolyn is doing by following the Rolyn LinkedIn profile. Make sure that your image is appropriate. Make sure your industry is set to facility services. Make sure your summary is not the Rolyn summary. It's your own personal professional summary. Connect to Rolyn, connect to RIA at the minimum. And if you have any questions, please don't be shy. You have me available, Ashley's available, and Greg is available as well. You can email us, you can call us, jot down our extension numbers. We're available all day, and we can help you set up your account properly. We can help you troubleshoot anything that might be giving you a hard time. And now I'm going to pass it over to Greg. I hope you've enjoyed your breakfast. Passing it over to Greg. He's going to show you a hands-on how to build a profile. Again, this is very informational and helpful for those that don't have a profile. But if you do have a profile, stick around, because I want to make sure that you guys set it up correctly the first go around. And if not, then we can help you to correct it. And then we're going to make ourselves available after our educational eat is over. We're going to remain in the training room. We're going to have laptops, and if you guys need us to help you one-on-one, we would love to do so. Again, thanks guys for attending, and take it away, Greg.
Okay, so now I am going to show you how to set up your basic profile. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to linkedin.com, and on the right hand side here you're going to want to fill out this basic information to sign up. So I am going to be making a mock profile that mimics Jenny's current profile. So the first name I'm going to give is Penny. Last name is Yessa. The email address is already auto-filled in, as well as the password. So I'm going to sign in. And after I sign in, you're going to want to go to your profile, edit profile. And from there, we have your basic information. So your name is already filled in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on the Add Industry. And from here you can see the drop down. You've got the country, which is already filled in. Then you're going to want to fill out your respective postal code. So for everyone at the Rockville office, that number is 20852. And then below is industry. So you're going to choose the industry, which is facility services. So you're going to go down to F, click facility services, and then click save. And then it will autofill that information in. As you can see, it categorized us as the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. So the next piece of information you're going to want to fill out is your experience. And this is your current position of employment. So you click that and it brings you down. So we're going to want to type in Rolyn companies. And as you do that, it autofills, and you can see the icon, and this looks correct. So you click on that, and then you type in your title. And Penny's title for today is going to be Director of Marketing, to mimic Jenny's profile. And then we'll skip location and we'll go to time period. So you're going to choose your start date, which I will say February of 2010. And then I'm hoping most of you are still currently working here, so you're going to click that box. And then, as you can see, your headline is updated to Director of Marketing, Rolyn Companies. And then below that, you see a spot to fill in your description. And This is basically a place where you can put in your roles and responsibilities. And what I like to do is I like to type out my Word document, type out all this information and put it in a Word document to make sure that it's formatted correctly, all the spelling is correct, and things like that. So I would just go down here, highlight all of this, click copy, come back into here and paste it into the prompt, and then click save. So now it's added your work experience and your current employment. And you can see that you're properly affiliated with Rolyn at this point, which is a good thing. So we're going to go back up to the top, and you can see there's also space to add education. And then if you have previous work experience, you can also add that as well. But now I'm going to show you how to add your profile picture. So it's as simple as clicking on the icon. And then from here, you're going to choose your file and then choose your image, open it. It'll upload it for you automatically. And then you can rearrange to see where you want it to focus, where you want the thumbnail to focus on. And once you have it correctly positioned, you're going to click Save. And then it'll automatically upload your photo. So this is your basic information. Now you have that all filled out. You can start adding other things as well, such as your summary, education. So let's go add our summary. And as Jenny mentioned in the PowerPoint previously, this is the information about you as a person and your professional career. So much like your summary experience of your position, you're going to add that from the Word document, copy and paste that in, and then you're going to click Save. So now you have your experience and your summary, and then we're going to go to Add Skills. And in this prompt, you can type in any kind of skill that relates to you. So let's say water damage restoration, and you can see it autofills. You can click that, and it automatically adds it below. And you can keep typing to as many skills as you see fit. Let's add one more, water extraction. Add that, and let's save. So now you have all the basic information you need. So what Jenny was talking about earlier is that you would need, or it's important that we follow Rolyn companies. So in the top search bar, type in Rolyn companies, and you can see it automatically pops up. And this is Rolyn's corporate page. So in the top right corner, you're going to want to click Follow. And now you're following Rolyn companies. And within your home page, you're going to get a news feed. And within that news feed, stories and posts that are related to Rolyn are now going to populate this page. And you can see now that you've also started to follow Rolyn. On the right-hand side, under People You May Know, there are going to be profiles of current employees at Rolyn. So right here is David Ehrlich. You can connect with him simply by clicking Connect, and that will send him a request. So this is the basic instructions for setting up your initial LinkedIn profile. There's a lot more you can still do. Still connect with a lot more people and add other information. And you can see as you build your profile and as you start to connect with people, on the right-hand side, there's a visual graphic showing you the strength of your profile. So as you begin to fill in more information, this bubble will fill up more and more, and hopefully by the time you're done, you will be at all-star status. So I hope you found this presentation informational, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact either Jenny, Ashley, or myself.